A very good day to you. This is, of course, Relax Radio. This is Jamie on the chat app, and we are going to be keeping you the best of company, keeping you updated with every single thing that is going on, be it entertainment wise, politics wise, current affairs, whatever it is. If you want to keep yourself updated, all you gotta do is make sure that you keep it tuned right here on Relax Radio. Now, I hope you are having the most amazing day so far, and if not, well, then don't worry, because we are here to make sure that you are hyped up, that you are full of positivity to get going with your day. I want to say a big, big love going out to every single one of you that is tuned in. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Thank you for listening in. Thank you for engaging. And I want to remind you that you could always just head on over to our social media, that is Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You can say hi to me. You can, just have a conversation with us, because we would absolutely love that. Okay, we want to know what's happening in your life. If you want to share with us, we are all ears. So if you're feeling a little lonely, and if you're feeling like you need a little bit of company, that you do want somebody to talk to, that is why we are here. We're here to keep you updated, but moreover, we are here to, lend a ear to you, to hear about what you're going through, and to always keep you updated with every single thing that is going on. So thank you so much for being a part of the show. I am Jamie, and I'll be here for quite some time, and we have a lot of very interesting things to talk about, to say the least. I want to say a big hi going out to MD Summon for tuning in. I hope I'm saying your name right. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. It's such a pleasure to have you on board. Hope you and your family and everybody are safe, and hope you, everyone that is listening in, hope you are safe and you're having a blessed day. Now, with that being said, I do want to remind you to download our app, because it's available absolutely free of charge on iOS and Android. So head on over to Play Store or App Store if you do have a smartphone, and you can download our app for absolutely free. Now, if you do download our app, let me also tell you that it's super simple, because when you do go on our app, there's an icon, there's a phone icon. You can just click on it and get on board with me, get on board the show, and let me know what's going on and whatnot, right? You could have a conversation with me. You could join me live, or very simply, you could call me on 07852 and we could definitely have a conversation. So thank you so much for every single person that's tuning in. We have Cooper Addison, who says, hey Cooper Addison, hope you are having yourself an amazing day as well. Hope you are safe. And I want to say big love going out to you for tuning in. Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to have you on board. Now, I am Jamie. Like I said, I'll be with you for about 30 minutes more. We've had a very interesting conversation. We've spoken about a lot of different things. But I do want to remind you, before we get into before we get into the actual conversation, I want to remind you about the law of attraction for a bit, okay? See, every single one of us wants our lives to be perfect, right? Obviously, you want your life to be absolutely smooth going. You want to be happy. You want to attract things that are good for you. And sometimes, when people speak of the law of attraction, I feel like a lot of people say, it's a hoax, it's not going to work, it doesn't work in my life, and how could it be real? But see, the law of attraction, okay, if you don't know what the law of attraction is, well, then here it goes, right? The law of attraction is basically this belief that like attracts like, okay? So that you can manifest something and you can attract that, energy, okay? So you are attracting positive things and negative things in life by focusing on positive and negative things. Does that make sense to you? So basically, if you think about yourself, if you think about something positive, if you think about something negative, that kind of thing is what you're going to attract. And that essentially is the law of attraction. And now I know, according to science, if you're very logical, if you're a logical person, you're going to be like, oh, Jamie, that is not true. That doesn't happen. But see, at the end of the day, what I do want to remind you is it's super important that you give out that positive energy, because like I always tell you, the energy that you put out is the energy that you attract. So if you're always negative, and if you always hang out with sort of negative people, you're essentially going to attract negative energy. And trust me, we live in a world today where there's so much trouble, there's so much drama, there's so much worry that is going on with the pandemic, with so much stuff going on. You need all the positivity you can get, and you have almost a duty or a responsibility to be a happy person, to give out that positive energy, so that you're not just an amazing person to yourself, you're not just an positive person to yourself, but you're also a positive influence on the people around you. So that's what I want to remind you, to be as positive as possible. Cooper Addison is here, and he's talking. He says, "Thank you for being here, Cooper. I want to say thank you so much for being a part of the show. It's such a pleasure to have you on board." Now, like Cooper, like Simone, if you want to, have a conversation with me, very simply, if you're listening in on Facebook or any of our lives, it's super simple. You can comment down below and let me know what you're thinking. Do you believe in the law of attraction? Do you believe that you can manifest things, and you can manifest positive energy, and that essentially is going to come back to you? Do you believe in that? Because I would love to hear your thoughts and your ideas. Cooper says, this is very true. Think positive and you'll become positive. See, that is basically what I've been trying to tell all of y'all. That's basically what I've been trying to share to everybody that's listening in on our app as well. I want to say thank you for being a part of the show. But just like what Cooper just said, please do remember that you have absolutely control, or you have absolute control of your life. Okay, only you have control over your life, and how you change that control, or how you take control of your life, is by altering how you think. Now, that's what I do want to talk about for a second: the power of your thoughts. See, at the end of the day, the only person that can control how you think is you. Nobody else, no matter how crazy your context or your background that you come from is, the only person that can essentially, alter your thoughts is yourself. So I want to say, don't make excuses. Don't say, oh, I come from a bad background, or I come from a bad context. Nobody cares, because the only person that can alter the way you think or can direct your life per se is yourself. So I want to remind you to take control of your thoughts. Think about positive things, even if you're going through, now I know a lot of you are probably thinking, but isn't it important to acknowledge negative emotion as well? True enough, if you're going through, say, a breakup, or if you're going through something very hard in life, it's very important that you acknowledge that grief. The only way to get through grief, or the only way to get through depression, or get over depression and anxiety, is by acknowledging the fact that you are depressed, or acknowledging the fact that you are sad, or you're grieving. But see, what we as human beings forget is that instead of acknowledging this emotion, this negative emotion, and moving on, we rather tend to stick to that one emotion. We tend to stick to that negativity. So what I want you to do today, ask yourself, are you truly happy with where you are in life right now? Are you truly happy with how your life is going? Addison says, we are the authors of our own book. Exactly. This life that you're living is basically your own storybook, and you have the freedom to write the pages of that book. So go on ahead, acknowledge negative emotion, but move on and move past. Now, with that being said, I want to remind you again, this is, of course, the Chat Wrap. I am Jamie, and I'm going to be with you for quite some time, giving you the best of content. So you got to keep it tuned right here on Relaks Radio. Like I said, make sure that you go subscribe to all our YouTube channels, and you can keep yourself updated. Make sure that you follow us on Twitter for the latest feed, and that you download, our app, so that you can take us with you wherever that you go. Now, with that being said, I also want to keep you updated with what's happening in the entertainment industry. If you're a fan of Weeknd, well, you're definitely going to want to hear this out. I am a huge fan of The Weeknd. I think his music is absolutely, well, it's very unique, to say the least. I love Starboy, from his old music to his new Blinding Lights and so on and so forth. His music is absolutely unique, and I absolutely love the persona he portrays, the character that he is, and The Weeknd is definitely one of my favorite musicians. Now, if you do like Weeknd as well, if you do like The Weeknd as well, apparently he is actually boycotting the Grammy Awards despite the rule changes that we were made. Now, I know we spoke of a lot of award ceremonies, like the BAFTA Awards, like the Grammy Awards, like the Oscars, and I told you how there is a need for diversity in all of these award ceremonies. Right? We spoke of how the BAFTA Awards actually did have a lot of change that was implemented because it catered only to one sector of society, which is actually very problematic, because we have so many different directors and actresses of different race and color and religion that are going out there and breaking barriers and breaking all of these limits that were forced on them and creating beautiful art. So I feel like it's a responsibility for all of these award ceremonies or these organizations to actually acknowledge the artist despite their skin color, despite their race or religion or whatever. So now a lot of these award ceremonies, a lot of these organizations that organize these award ceremonies, like the BAFTAs, like the Oscars, like the Grammys, have said that they made a lot of changes to include diversity with regards to the nominations, with regards to the awards given out. But listen, this is going to be very controversial to say the least, because The Weeknd said that he won't submit his music to the Grammys. How crazy is that? He said he won't submit his music to the Grammys due to an ongoing lack of trust in the awards, despite a recent change to the voting rules. So last year, the star called organizers corrupt after his album After Hours failed to receive a single nomination. He said that there's something wrong, and the organization, the voting procedure in itself is actually very corrupt, because his album After Hours failed to receive a single nomination, which I don't know. I think, in my opinion, I think After Hours, his album, if you've heard it, it's an amazing album. That had some really, really, really good songs, and none of it received any nominations. So that, I feel like, is kind of suspectful. It is kind of, that shouldn't have been the case. So The Weeknd said that the organization or the organizers of the Grammy Awards are actually quite corrupt, and he took particular exception to the so-called secret committees who dictate the shortlisted nominees. And on Saturday, the Recording Academy announced that they'd been scrapped. But The Weeknd said that that was not enough. He said that the trust between the Grammy organization and the artists have been broken for so long, and he said that it would be unwise to raise a victory flag. So the Canadian singer, who has previously won 3 Grammys in total, called the move to dissolve the committees, and he said it's an important start, but added that the industry and the public alike need to see the transparent system truly at play for a win to be celebrated. At the end of the day, I feel like, see, awards like the Grammy Awards or the Oscars or whatever, these award ceremonies are super important, okay? Because they acknowledge artists, they acknowledge musicians, they acknowledge actors and directors, and they give them a reason to go on creating content for people like us that love to listen, that love to watch. So when these organizations are essentially corrupt, and when they're not doing their duty, it kind of derails the entire point of it. It kind of derails the entire point of having award ceremonies like the Oscars or like the BAFTAs or the Grammys. So what The Weeknd is doing is absolutely amazing. He's standing up because he thinks there's something wrong that's happening with the entire organization. But apart from that, I would like to know what you think. Do you think there's some sort of corruption, or there's some sort of diversity that needs to be included in these award ceremonies like the BAFTAs, like the Oscars, and like the Grammy Awards? What do you think? I'd love to hear from you. I have a lot more to share with you, but I wanted to remind you to make sure that you keep it tuned right here on Relaks Radio. A very good day to you. This is, of course, the Chat Trap. This is me, Jamie, on the Chat Trap, and this is Relax Radio, okay? We're all about that positivity. We're all about making sure that you feel amazing, that you feel great. So, if you want to get on with your day with positivity, if you want to make sure that you are hyped up all throughout the day, all you gotta do is make sure that you keep it tuned right here on Relax Radio. I want to say a big thank you going out to every single one of you that are tuned in. So much love coming out to you. Hope you are safe. Hope your loved ones are safe, and hope you are having yourself an amazing day. Now, if you want to join in on the conversation, it's the final few minutes of the show, but don't worry because we got amazing stuff coming up. We got Tim and Matthew on the other side, and they are going to keep you company and keep you informed of all the real world problems and everything that you need to know. So make sure that you keep it tuned right here on Relax Radio. More importantly, I want to remind you that you can download our app. It's available absolutely free of charge on iOS and Android. So make sure that you download our app. And if you want to call me and have a fun conversation, if you just need somebody to talk to, that's what we're here for, basically. So all you gotta do is call us up on 07852 to have some good conversation, to have some good debate. If you don't agree with what we say, that's perfectly fine. We would love to hear your opinion. We would love to hear from you. So go on right ahead and call me up on 07852 Or very simply, that's if you're listening in on our app, right? Or very simply, if you're listening in on any of our social media platforms, any of the lives, you can always directly comment down below and tell me how your day is going, or tell me if you agree with whatever we're talking about, and we could have a great conversation. So thank you so much for tuning in. And right now, I want to talk about something that, is kind of important for me, right? And I think it's very important to live a good life, which is why I thought, might as well share it with you as well. And that's the power of that's the power of will. Willpower, I believe, in my opinion, willpower is the absolute key to success, right? It's about the time that I head on out of here, so I thought I'll leave you with some motivation, some grit to get on with your day. Now, I'm sure that every single one of you've heard this quote or this proverb, to say the least, at least one time in your life, and that is, where there is a will, there is a way. I cannot stress enough to you how important this proverb is, and how often we tend to gloss over it without understanding the true meaning of this idea of where there is a will, there is a way. Every one of us, okay, I haven't met a single person on this planet Earth that doesn't want to fulfill their dreams in life. But most of us think that we have to do something extra and something extraordinary. We have to be extraordinary to achieve them. Then, when we realize that being extraordinary is absolutely exhausting, we start making excuses. Some of us say, oh, I don't have enough time to achieve my dreams right now. I don't have the physical assets. I don't have the money. I don't have the social circle to fulfill my dreams. These are all excuses. Some of us say we don't have the skills, and in these excuses, we tend to neglect that you can do it right now with whatever resources you have. See, at the end of the day, I truly believe that people in general, when it comes to achieving your dream, when it comes to being successful and being great, all of us have the same capability of actually achieving it. But where we differ is not in strength, or not in physical assets, or not in physical appearances, but rather in willpower. See, the difference between, say, if you're just, if you have so many things that you want to do in life, but you can't get there, the difference between you and somebody really successful, like, say, Beyonce or Bill Gates or whoever out there, or Elon Musk, whoever it is, these are people that also started from nothing, right? But these people had the willpower. No matter how many times they failed, they told themselves, if I believe in myself, I can actually do it. And they didn't make excuses. Now, that's something that I and, a lot of my friends, people I hang out with, my colleagues, a lot of us tend to do, make excuses all the time. For example, see, if you want to have a dream that you want to achieve, you're probably going to say, no, but I need to earn my income. And even if it's doing a job that I don't love, I need to do it so that I can feed my family or I can feed myself. Again, these are excuses. If there is a will, there is a way. People don't start something because they lack will. Strength comes later. Physical assets come later. Forget about all of that. Just have this willpower strong enough to start whatever you want to do. Do you remember any time in your life where you were determined to do something and you actually did it? It could be a tough exam, it could be a long trip that you wanted to go on, but you never did, and you finally did. See, if we look at our past, we have so many things that we've done that we're proud of. No matter how trivial it may seem to the outside world, I want you to think of your life and think of moments where you were truly proud to be you. See, most of these things were not easy, right? Even if it was going on this trip that you've been planning forever and putting off forever, but you actually did it in the end. S- These may conventionally not be achievements, but you did it. And it wasn't easy, but you did it because you had the will to do it. You had the determination to do it. You wanted to do whatever this task was at any cost. So when you have such willpower, you will always find a way to do whatever. Do not see reasons why it should not work. Believe in the one reason it should work. So, you do not need to be at the moon to check your willpower. It shows in your everyday life. Today, this world is full of information. There are so many sources where you can get information from. Information in itself is so accessible. No matter what your profession is, you will find something new to learn every single day. No matter how smart you are, no matter how many degrees or PhDs you have, there is always something new to learn. But see, the thing is, we always say, no, we don't have enough time, so we skip stuff. Now, what matter, I don't know, for me, what matters is the importance of that thing and your willpower to actually learn. So, listen, if you want to get something done, the only way you can do it is if you have that willpower. Where there is willingness, where the willingness is great, rather, difficulties cannot be great. Willpower, I believe, is the key to success. Successful people strive no matter what they feel by applying their will to overcome their apathy, doubt, or their fear. I believe in you. I think that you can definitely do whatever you want to. So, to get to that step, I think first of all, what you need to do is to figure out what you want in life. Figure out what makes you happy. Figure out where you want to see yourself in 10 years from now. Do you like where you are at in life right now? Do you think that in 10 years, when you look back at today, you'll say, oh, that was a good time of my life. I loved where I was at that point. Would you say that, or would it more be like, oh, I wish I had made a few different decisions? Which would it be? I want you to ask yourself this question and see, okay, what can I, if I'm not going to be happy with where my life is going to take me in 10 years from now, or keep aside 10 years, I'm not going to be happy with where my life is at tomorrow, do something different. Okay, stop ignoring everything. See, I feel like a lot of us, if we don't like the job we do, we've gotten so used to routine that, it's wake up at night, wake up at, say 6 in the morning, go to work, come back after work, watch Netflix, have dinner, go to sleep, repeat. See, our life has become, we've started merely existing and not actually living our lives. Grab every opportunity possible for you to actually enjoy your life. Grab every opportunity to be happy. Grab every opportunity to celebrate. See, like I told you before, we only get one shot at this. You don't have another, this isn't a trial and error style, right? You have only one option. So go out there and live your life. Tell people that you love them, that you love them. Appreciate the little things around you. You probably have even if it's the worst room that you live in or whatever it is, the fact that you have some breath in your body, like I told you before, the fact that you have some food to eat, the fact that you are alive at this moment, no matter how hard the situation is, you are alive. You are here. You are present in this moment. And that is definitely something to be thankful for. So be thankful, appreciate the things around you. In the morning when you go to work, look around you, put that phone down for a second. Notice that the world is actually beautiful. Yeah, it's portrayed with so much negativity. Yeah, it's portrayed with so much negative energy. But find that one reason to maybe smile and say, my life is good today. Find that one reason to say that, and I promise you life is going to get so much better. And that's some inspiration for me, Jamie. It has been such a pleasure being with you for the past 3 hours, talking to you about every single thing that is going on with regards to the entertainment industry. And also, sneaking in a little bit of motivation here and there has been such a pleasure for me. I want to say thank you so much for every single one of you that tuned in. And before I leave, I want to remind you that you could always download our app. It's available absolutely free of charge on iOS and Android. So make sure that you download our app so that you can take us with you wherever that you go. With that being said, I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. But up until that, hope you have the most amazing day ahead and hope you are safe and I hope you have a blessed day ahead. Much love.